The foundation for every other thing you will learn in this life is knowing yourself. Welcome, guys. This is Alfred. I make learning easy. So I've heard this thing a lot of time. I've attended a lot of academic seminars where they teach students how to learn, what to do, and a lot of vague explanations. But there's something I know that I want to share with you because I believe is the foundation for every other thing you will learn in this life is knowing yourself. Oh yeah. A lot of people don't know how to explain it, but I will do a series. I want to do a series on it so that you understand. Maybe a four-part video so that you be able to tell who you are when it comes to learning. You know your personality, you'll be able to fine-tune every process that you get in order to know who you are. But first, before I go deep, there's what they call tacit knowledge. TACIT. Tacit knowledge. This is a kind of knowledge that shows up after a practice. So when you keep practicing something for some time, what will happen? There's a particular knowing you will have. You'll be able to you'll be able to explain it to somebody else because you have experienced it. One of the best teacher that is available. So what tacit knowledge will give to you is it will give you an experiential kind of learning. And then when you learn, you'll be able to own it and be able to explain how something works. So I can give you explanation on how you should study, but the truth is until you pick up a study method and begin to use it, you will never know the kind of one that works best for you. So I'll advise you that you pick up different learning strategies. You form your own and you use it. If it doesn't work, just keep on practicing. Keep on practicing. What will happen to you is you begin to know the kind of learner that you are. Do you understand? It's a knowledge that comes after you have practiced something. Yes, it means before you can be able to get access to that kind of knowledge, you must put those other knowledge, those vague knowledge into practice. Then you'll be able to come up with knowledge that will really help you. So that's the first thing you should know. If you don't practice, you will never know who you are. If you don't test yourself, you will never know your capacity. Do you understand? So now let's get into it. There's what they call learning cycle. It was produced by a man called John Cobb, something like that. So please check it out, learning cycle. He found out that there are processes you will undergo if you want to learn something. Number one is experience stage. So the first thing that will happen to you if you want to learn something is that you experience it. Number two is reflection. Three is adjustment. And then four is experimentation. So for you to be a better learner, you must first of all experience something. You see, you must put something into practice. And then after you've done that, make sure you try to think about what you just did now. So you think about the process. You under yes before you do you understand? So you will think about it. What did I do to achieve this thing? Do you understand? Then after that process, the next one is you will adjust and then you will experiment again. Do you get it? It's called learning cycle. If you do that, you notice you become a better learner with time. Do you understand? So that's how learning cycle work. In fact, I have a story for this. So when I was in 100 level, at some point I noticed I don't know how to read in the afternoon. I read a lot in the afternoon, but I'll notice after I read, I will hardly be able to recall. I don't know how to recall it. I don't know how to. I cannot even remember anything I read. Do you understand? So I now found out. So I changed the time. So I will read in the morning. I noticed, morning is really good, oh. Morning is good. And then I started reading at night. And then at night, I noticed something that by 10, I won't be able to assimilate anything again by 10. So guess what? So I placed that 10 as my threshold, the highest threshold. So whenever I want to read, I will stop at 10. Do you understand? So I kept on practicing that, and then I found out that the highest amount of time I can read is 3 hours. So I can read from 7 till 10. Once it's 10, I'm closing my book. I might understand, but I won't remember. So I don't even waste my time. I don't stress myself. Do you understand? Remember the story I told about sleep, how sleep made me a better student? You see? So I now begin to imbibe that culture too. I will try as much as possible to sleep before going to class. You see, that was how my productivity was increasing by the day. So you understand what I said? So I will experience, I will reflect on it, I will adjust it, you see, and then I will experiment, and then that's how I do you understand? So please put into practice is the first thing you should do to know who you are when it comes to learning. Thank you.